absolutely cannot believe this news that has come out, that Kamala Harris is now a fan of Trump's wall on the southern border.
Believe it or not, this is true, but unlike Chloe over here, I'm not surprised. Believe it or not, in the last few months, Biden has introduced new border policies at the US-Mexico border, which has been attributed to a massive 50% drop in asylum requests since June. And if we look at the number of total border crossings since the peak in December, they have dropped from 250,000 down to 56,000 in July. So what happened? Well, the Biden administration has introduced a new policy where border agents are no longer legally required to ask migrants whether they fear for their lives if they were to be returned back to their homes. The implementation of this new executive order means asylum seekers are no longer asked a leading question, which used to regularly result with a yes answer, and thus now those who don't understand the system, which is most asylum seekers, are more often than not deported back to their home countries. Only those bringing up the danger they could face if they were to be returned themselves or show signs of significant distress are allowed to stay in America. However, all of this is obviously up to a lot of interpretation by the border patrols. There's also other reasons for the drop too. After talks with the Biden administration back in December, Mexico stepped up their border enforcement efforts significantly and stopped migrants from riding on freight trains to close to the US, which was one of the main ways they traveled from southern Mexico into the north. Also, Governor Greg Abbott has spent $11 billion on border security in Texas, and it also should be said that governments have less control over migration than many believe. Historical numbers show that the overwhelming force behind migration numbers is the economy. If the economy is doing well and there are a lot of jobs, particularly cash in hand ones, there's a lot of illegal migration, and when the economy slows, those are the first jobs to be cut, and this makes the dangerous journey into America a lot less attractive for economic migrants. But despite all of that, it's clear that the Democrats have realized that migration has become one of the hot button issues in the upcoming election, and it's also an area where they are often discredited. So by reducing migration and by publicly backing the idea of a border wall, they are hoping to eliminate perhaps their greatest weakness. Can you now trust Kamala when it comes to controlling migration? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.